When Bilal Beydoun returned to his village of Bin Jubail 1 week after the ceasefire, he discovered the war was not over.
I found an unexploded bomb on my front porch and an unexploded missile on my back porch, and I don't know where I'm going to sleep tonight. I mean, I can't even go in my backyard because the grass is high and you just can't go back there. You don't know where you're going to step. Your next step might be your last step.
The United Nations Interim Force in Lebanon estimates that Israel dropped approximately 150,000 bombs during the 34-day military offensive. Many of these remain unexploded, even as villagers return home to start clearing away the rubble. The large unexploded missiles, while extremely threatening, are easier to find. It is the estimated 15,000 cluster bomb munitions, each carrying anywhere from 80 to 600 small bomblets that pose the most immediate threat. Mark Garlasco is the senior military analyst for Human Rights Watch.
The use of submunitions here in Lebanon really is at a crisis point. We're seeing the contamination levels far higher than many areas during the Iraq War. Interestingly, though, we've also seen the exact same cluster bombs used here that were used in Iraq, and these same weapons were the main killers of civilians during the war in Iraq in 2003. We've seen dud rates from the American submunitions, which are not manufactured particularly well, on paper 14%, but in the field 30 to 40%. So the American stuff is much, much worse than the Israeli manufactured. And primarily the Israelis have been using American weapons.
21 people have been injured and 4 killed from these unexploded ordinances in the week since the ceasefire took effect. In Nabatea, an 11-year-old boy was killed after stepping on an unexploded bomb in front of his house. His father, running out to help him, stepped on another and died 72 hours later. Not even the hospital grounds where many of these patients are being taken are safe. Dr. Fuad Faha shows us around the hospital in Bin Jubail, where we counted 6 visible unexploded devices, including a 500-pound missile in the backyard.
The day before yesterday, we had 3 kids who were playing with one of these bombs, and it exploded among them, and all of them got injured. One of them has all his intestines out. The other 2 girls were badly injured in their chest. We transferred them to Saida because we didn't finish. The operation room wasn't really ready because of what happens over here.
Human Rights Watch says Israel could face legal action for their use of these types of munitions in civilian areas. Although the weapons are not themselves banned, the Geneva Conventions prohibits their use in civilian areas. This is Nadim Houri, head researcher of Human Rights Watch in Lebanon.
I mean, there are very serious legal ramifications. By using these cluster munitions in areas where there are civilians, Israel not only endangered people at the time of the attack, but they created minefields that villagers are coming back to today. And we have, counted over 30 villages so far, where people are coming back to their homes to find unexploded ordinances in their living room, in their patios, on their rooftops, and in their cars. And this is truly very dangerous, and it is a violation of the Geneva Conventions to do so.
Andrew Gleason of the Mine Action Group has been working to demine the region. He estimates it will take 1 year to 18 months for complete clearance of populated areas. But that does not include farms and fields, which are also littered with these bombs.
At the moment, we're prioritising people, houses and roads, and later we will target the fields of agriculture that require clearance as well. The agricultural land is a concern for 2 reasons. One, people may go into the agricultural land and land without knowing that there's munitions there. And the second is, people may take the risk. We heard some tobacco fields are contaminated. It's harvesting time for tobacco fields. And that means people might go in and recover that tobacco and take the risk because it's part of their economy.
In every town, anxious citizens toured us around their homes where so many of these bombs lie scattered amongst the ruins. They mark them off with stones and red spray paint in the hopes of avoiding more injuries.
You can walk in this yard. You can see all the bombs around you. You might step on one of these, you can see it. Boom, kill you.
For Democracy Now!, this is Anna Noguera with Jackson Allers in Lebanon.